gorau Cymru.
Caerdydd sy'n ymosod efo Fiona Barry mlaen, Billingham! Yn selio'r fuddugoliaeth i'r ymwelwyr!
Barker, a mae Barker wedi bod yn glyfar! A Rosie Hughes sy'n rhoi i mewn. Dyma Michaela Cook sy'n rhoi Caerdydd ar y blaen. A mae'r bêl gan Smith. Syniad da! O, bobl bach!
Lily Billingham. Ergyd Billingham o bell i gefn y rhwyd.
Tyglu'n troi. A'r ergyd na diwedd i gol hoed.
Wow, Francis Jones.
Dau dîm sydd wedi gwthio ei gilydd trwy gydol y tymor. Ac heddiw, wel, gall Wrexham ennill y bencampwriaeth am y tro cyntaf yn hanes y clwb. Ond mae yna dal obaith i Gaerdydd i ddal gafel ar y tlws i ddal gafel ar y bencampwriaeth. Ie, croeso mawr ato ni a chroeso cynnes iawn i'r Cae Ras yma yn Wrexham, a mae Owain Tudur-Jones yn cadw cwmni i ni ac am prynhawn sydd o'n blaenau. Fel o'n i'n gweud, Wrexham o bosib yn gallu codi'r tlws am y tro cyntaf yn ei hanes. Ond yw hwnna ddim yn mynd i fod yn hawdd yn erbyn Caerdydd?
Na, ddim yn hawdd o gwbl. Caerdydd ydy'r tîm dros y blynyddoedd. Da ni wedi arfer weld amser yma'r tymor yn dal gafal ar y tlws. A mae hynna yn bosib dal i fod iddyn nhw. Felly, fydden nhw'n dod yma heddiw yn meddwl, mae dal yn dwylo ni. Os allwn ni gael buddigoliaeth yma, ond dwi'n meddwl fel neutral, di hyn ddim diffyg parch i Gaerdydd o gwbl. Pan ti'n gweld un clwb yn ennill dro ar ôl tro, mae wastad yn neis fel rhywun arall. Felly, gobeithio fydd y tîm cartra'n gallu gwneud y joban heddiw.
Wel, dyma'r sefyllfa o ran y gyngrair. Felly, ar ôl meiddi Abertawe o 7 gol i 1 yn yr wythnos, mae Wrexham nawr 2 bwynt yn glir uwch ben Caerdydd. Ond, gêm gyfartal, neu os yw Caerdydd yn fuddigol, wel, bu eiffi lawr i ddiwrnod olaf y tymor pen wythnos nesaf. Dyma ni te. Newn ni drafod mwy yn y man, ond yn gyntaf o beth am i ni glywed gan y rheolwyr. Mae Ian Derbyshire a Jenny Sugarman wedi bod yn siarad gyda Fiona Luned.
Well, Jenny, it's a big day for Wrexham today. You could secure the title with a win. Does that bring an added pressure?
I think there's pressure every week from ourselves internally because we like I've said before, want to prepare to win every game, expect to win every game, and then try and go and win every game. So today's no different in that respect. I said I know that the club and the fan base and everything are obviously very excited for today, but at the end of the day, it's a game of football, no different to the others that we've played all season, and we need to treat it that way and go and try and deliver on our game plan.
Ian, you are the defending champions, but today could be the day that you lose that title. How determined are you to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah, it's definitely something that we're aware of. For us, it's like every game, we're just going for 3 points. So I know the stakes are high, but this is what we play football for. This is what we're a part of this league for. And, you know, we're defending champions and we want to retain that title.
You're back, of course, at the Cae Ras today. What kind of difference could this home crowd make for you today?
Our home and away support has been fantastic all year. We know how much it means to them. We know how much it means to the town, and we know that they'll be loud today, and there'll be a lot of extra people in the ground today that perhaps haven't been to one of our games before, so we just hope they're entertained.
I'm sure you'll be hoping to carry the momentum from those back-to-back wins into today.
Definitely. You know, it's important that we managed to get to this point, to have the opportunity to win today, to potentially win the title next weekend. So we've put ourselves in a very good spot, and for us, we know 3 points is everything, so that's our aim, and we're excited for the game. What a great day, what a great spectacle this is going to be, and I'm sure for the neutral it'll be a fantastic game for us, just about getting the job done.
Y ddau rheolwr yn barod amdani, felly reit Owain, 2 chwaraewr sydd yn dechrau heddi. Ni'n mynd i ddechrau yn gyntaf gyda Wrexham, Knox, wel am dymor mae hi'n cael ar hyn o bryd, a mae wedi bod ar dan yn ddiweddar. 12 gol ers mis Ionawr i'r dreigiau. Sgoriodd i 2 gol yn y fuddugoliaeth yn anerbyn Abertawe. Hon yw'r un, mae Caerdydd moyn cadw'n dawel heddi.
Ie, yn sicr, ond ddim just i hi, mae yna gyfuniad, mae yna opsiynau gwahanol, ond mae Knox wedi gwneud gwahaniaeth mawr, dwi'n meddwl. Mae wedi adio rhywbeth gwahanol i'r llinell ymosodol, sydd wedi bod yn sgorio goliau dros y blynyddoedd efo chwaraewyr fel Rosie Hughes, ond mae Knox yn dod yn rhywbeth gwbl wahanol. Yndi, mae'n gallu bod yn uniongyrchol, mae'n gallu cario'r bel yn dda, a dwi'n licio'r ffaith i ddim ofn seithio bell. mae'n gallu sgorio rhyw tapyn bach, ond yn aml iawn o bellter hefyd, sy'n just yn golygu mae gen nhw chwaraewr yn fanna sy'n gallu creu rhywbeth allan o ddim byd, a mae hynna wastad yn werthfawr iawn.
A mae'n joio waren erbyn Caerdydd, 2 gol yn ei 4 gêm diwetha yn erbyn yr adar gleision. Wedyn ni, o ran i gwrthwynebwyr nhw, wel, y seren ifanc dal yn 'i gymrwydd Lily Billingham. 5 gol iddo hi i Gaerdydd hyd yn hyn y tymor hwn, a mae'n fach o wain, ond mae'n mor effeithiol i'r adar gleision.
Yndi, allweddol i Gaerdydd. Mae'r gallu sy'n ganddi, dim ots be di'r safle, os mae'n chwarae'n ganol cae, os mae'n chwarae chydig bach uwch, mae'n gallu cario'r bêl yn dda, mae'n gallu rheoli tempo mewn gêm, mae'n gallu creu a mae'n gallu sgorio, sydd yn golygu os ti'n cyfuno bob un o heina, mae'n dipyn o chwaraewr. A dwi'n meddwl i Gaerdydd rwan, os maen nhw'n mynd i wneud yn siŵr, maen nhw sydd yn dal gafal ar y gyngrair yma, mae Billing yn mynd i fod mor bwysig heddiw a'i dylanwad hi ar y gêm.
Ie, dyma ni te. Mae'n brynhawn enfawr i'r 2 glwb yma. And your usual reminder that we do have English language commentary available for this one. Nick Parry, well, he's in the company of former Wrexham player Mia Roberts. I'm sure they would love to have your company over there. Ac yn y Gymraeg, wel, dyma ni. Mae'r haul allan yma yn Wrexham. A mae Owain Tudor-Jones yn mynd i fynd lan i gael y cwmni i Fiona Luned.
Thank you, Sioned. Welcome everybody to a gloriously sunny racecourse here at Wrexham after what was a truly miserably wet morning when I thought we're going to need some glitter. We still need that, and we have the 2 best teams in Wales to provide that. And Mia Roberts, former Wrexham player, with me. Smile on your face, quite the occasion.
Well, what an occasion. It's all set up, isn't it? This is the big one. We've seen these teams play each other 5 times now across this season in all competitions. But this is the one. This is where it all matters. The permutations are set. And just listen to those fans as well. Like you say, what an occasion. I'm so excited. I'm fascinated to see what these 2 teams provide for us today.
And for that occasion, only one change in the Wrexham side, from the side that defeated Swansea so heavily 7-1 in midweek. Marianne Mahmood returns to play instead of Olivia Fuller, who drops to the bench. 4 changes in the Cardiff side. They strengthen the side. Fionn Price, Shannon Evans, Kerry Walklett and Michaela Cook. Plenty of attacking talent in both sides. And it's stark and simple. If Wrexham win, they're champions. If Cardiff can secure at least a draw, it goes to the final game.
And yep, that's how Wrexham, we expect them to set up today. Just looking at that one change, Mahmood coming in for Liv Fuller. Obviously Fuller just coming back from what was a horrible injury, but great to see her back in the squad today. But Mahmood, what she's going to offer, something a little bit different, that more attacking threat. It'll be really interesting to see if she can get back on that score sheet like she did on Wednesday night. And then for Cardiff, we expect sort of similar, so that's where it's going to be really interesting and fascinating, like I said earlier, because these teams really match themselves up against each other, so that relies then, just be better than your opposite man. Can you provide that bit of individual quality, and can you make that difference?
And in the middle there, Wrexham captain Jodie Bartle, very important player.
So important. I mean, what an impact she's made since coming through that door, giving the armband straight away. And look at that, just a bit of early mind games, I think, from Cardiff. It's told to swap sides. Wrexham don't interrupt their huddle. A few words being said, this one's starting early.
Well, it's good old-fashioned football, isn't it? It's blue against red, and they actually change sides. We don't see that very often. I'm not quite sure why, but here we go. Wrexham knowing that if they win this game, they win the championship. Today's referee is Richard Wright, one of our more experienced referees. All to play for. 2 points separating the 2 sides. Cardiff come here with back-to-back victories. That's what's put them in this position. And for the avoidance of all doubt, should that need to be confirmed, Cardiff in the blue, Wrexham in the red. Barry. hugely influential player normally for the visitors. Ffion Price calling, Ffion Price receives. League's top scorer last season. Across the back to captain Hannah Power.
And just looking at this early setup from Cardiff, looks like Power's going to be the one to step in that midfield alongside Walker and Evans on the left of that back three. Whereas on the Wrexham side, just looking at that early shape again, similar, look to match him up like we said. It's going to be STōK in that left wing-back role. So a different challenge for her, used to being in that front three. Can she work hard to get back and do the defensive work? It's a good foul one by Cardiff early on.
Tug by Smith, Wrexham 14, Megan Bowen. Kernock. Watched by the Wrexham captain Bartle. Price. And the interception from Ava Suckley. Price again. Not the best throw, but she's gained 10 yards. Taken quickly. Billingham. Certainly one of those that Wrexham will need to watch. Hannah Power had time to do better there.
Well, yeah, just on Lily Billingham, she's such a good player and has been such a good player across this league over the last couple of seasons. Obviously had a year out of the Welsh system, but she's back and she's done some brilliant things in a Cardiff shirt, but hasn't quite got that goal or assist or anything yet against Wrexham this season, so she'll be looking to do it in the big one today.
Frances Jones. Katie Barker, beaten to that. Wrexham throw. Cautious start, nervous start.
That's one of the things coming into this one. You're just thinking, who really goes for this one more to begin with? Obviously Wrexham know they've probably got the better hand of things at the moment with that 2-point lead already. I'm sure the message will be, they're not playing for a draw today. They'll want to win, they'll want to get it boxed off and done in front of just a high number of fans at the Cae Ras.
Throw goes Wrexham's way. Phoebe Davis prepares to take it. Ex-captain of the New Saints. And a final season for Ian Derbyshire, the Cardiff manager. 2 league games left. What a role he's played with this Cardiff City club, but for him it would be a great sadness if he left having lost the lead that they currently hold. Good strong play there from Barker. Barker goes again, and she is determined. She looks for Knox. Knox does well, takes her time. Ava Suckley. It needed to be a better ball that gave Cardiff the chance to be first.
It's really good defending from Bowen in the end. The ball just has a little bit too much on it from Suckley. You see what she's trying to do. She sees the little run of Lily Jones.
Kernock has to fight hard. Barry. Price to Neve Jenkins. Good all-round defensive play by Cardiff there.
Yeah, they were just wary, weren't they? It was Katie Barker who started it off on that right-hand side. Really direct, nice run. Just a nice little bit of footwork to try and get past her man. And she feeds it into Faye Knox, who you're thinking any little sniff she'll get for a long-distance effort she will take. It can be so dangerous.
Interception by Power. It's a little bit wild, the slice. There's half a chance then, the foul is given. And Maria Frances Jones isn't happy, she's had a yellow as well. And that's probably because of the position that the Cardiff forward was in.
Yeah, and it just comes from that slice from Suckley, and then you're just not expecting it at all, are you, as a defender? But those Cardiff players are alive to it. And it is just a bit of a poor leg, just a panic leg, out by Frances Jones. so early on to get a yellow. That's not easy in a game like this, but what an opportunity this is from this sort of range.
First real chance of the game. Michaela Cook knocks it's going to be hurled away. What a goal! What a goal for the big stage, for such a big occasion. It's her 9th league goal of the season. She scored a goal in the trophy final between Wrexham and Cardiff, and she's given the visitors the perfect start.
Well, she's back in the squad after not being involved in the last game against Swansea. Well, I tell you what, she's involved in this one, all right. What a strike! Just nails it into that far right side of Liz Craven's goal. And there's nothing Wrexham can do about that. What a start for this Cardiff side, who would have been looking just to spoil this party that Wrexham were just awaiting to have.
Wonderful, wonderful opener. Wonderful, wonderful start for Cardiff. And only 6 minutes played. And suddenly, the stakes are even higher. And look, they have travelled from Cardiff. They've made the long journey. And 6 minutes into the game, they're rather pleased that they have. Knox. Jenkins clears. Finds Barry. Billingham. Needed to be a better ball. Easy interception for Phoebe Davis, but Cardiff are back in their determined play there from Billingham. And we'll keep an eye on this table. Look at the difference it makes. Cardiff now back on top, 1 point ahead of Wrexham. That's why this is an important game.
Well, it's just on a knife edge, isn't it? But that is what you call a perfect start from Ian Derbyshire point of view. And Michaela Cook, that is pure quality. You see it so often in the women's game, how important those set pieces can be. Good attempt on goal. But Wrexham now, they just need to keep their heads. Wouldn't have wanted to concede early on, but they have done. Now it's all about relaxing. That'll be the message from that woman there, Jenny Sugarman. She'll be saying, just relax, so much time. This team have shown time and time again they can come back from these sort of moments.
Well, the encounters between these two sides have just got better and better. It's so even. That's a good ball. Looking for Mahmood. Nice touch as well. Now, who's first? Wrexham are first. And a little bit of confusion, but I think Hannah Power might be able to get the ball away. Upfield by Michaela Cook.
Well, that's certainly one thing Wrexham do have. Not only that pace in that forward line, but also the quality of balls that they can produce from that midfield. That's something, obviously, on Wednesday night, they had so much joy with.
Billingham, again, does well, beats Davis. She's on a lively start, looks for Kernock. And Jodie Bartle uses her strength. But that one goal still the talking point. And it suddenly silenced the Wrexham fans for a while. Time in midfield, Smith looks to find Suckley, but Cardiff are biting in midfield and they're making it very difficult for Wrexham to keep possession.
Yeah, they're just not allowing Wrexham to get those passes in, get that ball moving, get that ball into those really good technical players, which we know can be so dangerous for Wrexham. Just look at that again, great press from Power in the middle of the park, does not allow that turn. These Wrexham players just can't get their heads up and get that ball forwards at the moment.
Lily Jones wants a foul. Hannah Power, nothing much there, was there? It's a Cardiff throw. It's going to be taken by Shannon Evans. Ten minutes played. Barry in space, but plays it safe. How to get to Billingham. Billingham looks for Kernock. Kernock rises! And the header in the end came from Walklett. It was a tame header from Walklett. She really should have done better there. It was a good ball in.
Well, Billingham does everything right. She just puts it in that danger area. And you're just thinking, Knox had 2 blue shirts around her. Could she get contact? Because it just landed awkwardly for those Wrexham defenders. Jenny Sugarman having a few words with fourth official down here, maybe asking for something in the middle of the park. But Wrexham again, just looking a little bit nervous.
Billingham is having an excellent game. Known for her goal scoring, but she's a fighter this afternoon, keeps possession. That could well be a yellow card. And the ironic cheers for the foul on Katie Barker.
Well, the referee certainly set his stall out early with these fouls now after giving that early yellow to Frances Jones. He's just given another one out here to Michaela Cook, the goal scorer. That's what Cardiff are looking to do. If Wrexham do get that turn in and they do start getting at that Cardiff back line, you can just see there, Michaela Cook knows she's better off just taking her out.
And so, one player from each side booked. Not a bad ball in, nobody went really in to attack it. He wants to take this to the last game of the season. She doesn't. It's as simple and stark as that. It's a very poor ball from Chamberlain. Barker, if they concede here, they'll be disappointed. Knox. Behind Knox is Suckley. Wrexham didn't really take advantage there. They should have done better there. Barry. Past Smith. In the end, Smith did enough. But both sides struggling to keep possession. And one reason for that is the determination of the opposition to fight for the ball. Good play by Knox. She's regained possession. That should have been a better ball to Katie Barker. That's a long chase for the goal scorer, Michaela Cook. She does well. She keeps that alive. There's nobody up at the moment. Billingham now joins, and Barry moves into the box. Cook caught between two minds, but very, very good defensive play there by Frances Jones. And Frances Jones tries to release Mahmood. It's feisty.
Some really good decisions there made by Cardiff, though. They just working that ball so much better than Wrexham at the moment.
Barry. And we've already had so many instances where a better ball would really have created an opening, and both sides have been guilty of wasting those opportunities.
Absolutely that. It's frustrating from a Wrexham point of view. Another foul there. Just an interesting battle teeing up between those two. Frances Jones and Michaela Cook, obviously both on yellows, but still just as tenacious.
Both of those are on yellow cards. And they've got a long time to go. Lily Jones can't find anybody with that ball. Well, what an acquisition Maria Frances Jones has been. Joined in February. First ever player to move from one club to the other in this league for which a fee was paid. And she's shown her worth on how the Wrexham win the ball in midfield. Mahmood on a run. Fionn Price does just enough. Mahmood can't keep that in. Good play by Fionn Price.
Yeah, really good defending. She just recognises that Mahmood's got really nowhere to go. She just keeps eyes on the ball all the way. Works out for that goal kick. I just want Ava Suckley. Can she work that line a little bit more and help those players in front of her?
And again, Cardiff being daring from the back, starting with Karen Chamberlain. 15 minutes played, the one goal after 6 minutes, scored by Michaela Cook. Shannon Evans back towards Phoebe Davis. Billingham. Again working Phoebe Davis hard. Kernock's in the box. Can Billing pull the ball back? Yes, she can, but Kernock's gone too early. But I think it would be a brave person who predicted that this would stay a one-goal game. And Faye Knox wants to prove me right immediately. Mahmood waits in the middle. Knox goes all the way on her own. Good work by Megan Bowen. She kept her eye on the ball.
Yeah, she does well, Bowen. Knox, she just knows she wants to come at you. She just, again, keeps that eye on the ball, gets an important toe in, put it out for the corner. Good opportunity for Wrexham to get that ball into the box. You see the likes of Smith, Bartle getting in there. All can be a threat.
Francis Jones, look where the ball is. But referee allows play to go on. Francis Jones doesn't take the best kick in the world. And Cardiff clear.
She tried to gain a couple extra centimetres, didn't she?
Well, there was talk about the corner that led to the Bosnia and Herzegovina equaliser against Wales. That ball wasn't a legal corner kick. It was a deadly one. And Edin Dzeko took full advantage. Poor ball again, then by Smith. Jones. Barker. Barker does well. Smith. Lily Jones out wide. Acknowledges the pass, and the pass was good enough to earn a throw, and Francis Jones will take it.
Yeah, really good example of this Wrexham team just being able to interchange. These positions aren't locked at all. Lily Jones that time almost becoming that right wing back. Francis Jones inverting into midfield.
Good play by Barker. She's turned the defender, and then a very, very good tackle in response. It's a competitive game. Barry has been quiet so far. Craven to Sarah Harvey. Too many inaccurate passes at the moment. Walklet.
Yeah, I think just a few too many times Wrexham have tried to hit that long one a little bit too early. Like I said earlier, I had a lot of joy with it on Wednesday night against Swansea, who played a ridiculously high line at times.
Good play by Barry. Gets past Knox. And she's still in the fight and does enough to ensure that the ball deflects towards Fionn Price. Fionn Price leaded the defended header. And just to remind you, this is why this is such an important occasion. That one goal moves Cardiff back up top at the expense of Wrexham. A win today, it's all over. A point will be enough for Cardiff to ensure it goes to the final week.
Yeah, and Cardiff will know, after that emphatic win for Wrexham on Wednesday against Swansea, the team they do play next, they know that they probably do need that win today, don't they?
Look at the blue shirts surrounding Lily Jones. Fionn Price had the intelligence to find the space. Feeds the ball in. Important defensive work there by Jodie Bartle. Jodie Bartle out towards Suckley. Kernock. Barry coming more into the game. Back to Barry. Price. Suckley. time to look. Mahmood makes the run, tries to get behind Bowen, and there's a strong three in the Cardiff back there, isn't there? And they're going to have to be good balls to beat Bowen, to beat Jenkins, to beat Power.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, that front three at times. Knox coming really wide. Mahmood is really isolated. Has to do so much work to make sure if they're going to go over top that she gets that run timed right and can beat the likes of Bowen, who's been really good defensively so far, really intelligent in her movement. But Wrexham corner, another opportunity.
Toe poke from Megan Bowen concedes the corner. And as we approach the quarter mark, and Frances Jones really needs to deliver a better corner once again. She ignores the corner, takes the ball from outside, rather blatant. Billingham.
It's obviously something Wrexham have worked on. See the movement from Barker. Don't think the pass was quite right, but surprises me again. She hasn't just tried to put it in there and put it on Chamberlain, especially with the likes, like I said before, someone like Bartle getting in there. But obviously, STōK Cae Ras as well, only three-sided. You feel that wind down there. Just think at times, can you put that ball in there and cause some problems with that?
Bartle. Back towards Craven. Well, she's had nothing to do, has she? Apart from pick one wonderful free kick from the back of the net. Back towards her from Bowen. It's gone rather untidy, and that'll suit Cardiff. But Wrexham certainly aren't clicking at the moment. And below us, Jenny Sugarman. Well, she looks a frustrated figure at the moment. Frances Jones, halfway through the first half. That 6th minute goal from Michaela Cook. Separate the two sides. Billingham.
Well, it is just interesting now to see how Cardiff do approach this game. Because I agree with you, Nick, I think at the moment it's suiting them a lot more. They still look like they want to go and get a second.
And this is one of the players that could get that second, or certainly create it. Doesn't give up, makes life hard for Sarah Harvey. Good work from Billingham. A cold kick in the end, but it could easily have been a corner. And it's still the one goal from Michaela Cook. And, well, that's a goal worthy of celebration. It's a goal worthy of seeing again and again, but look at the celebration. Knee slide in front of the Wrexham fans. And I'm not sure how many of you recall, but when Wrexham played Cardiff and Faye Knox scored the winner against Cardiff, she went to the Cardiff fans in turn and did the Ayatollah, and that may have upset the Cardiff players, and they've had an early chance to retaliate and pay back. But since then, it can't be said that that has lit up the afternoon. It's been a case where Wrexham have failed to stamp their authority, and Cardiff look just as capable of scoring the next goal as Wrexham.
Yeah, well, that'll still be fresh in the memories, I'm sure. That game at the CCS, those Cardiff players would have been fired up. We saw that, didn't we, in the semi-final as well, when they got that win, which again I'm sure will have been used in the week building up to this one. Derbyshire saying, we've beaten them in that last game, let's just do it again.
Karen Chamberlain. Curnock, Cardiff patient. Despite Wrexham's best efforts, it takes a long time to win possession, but in the end, Good play by Knox, and Wrexham have it, but deep in their own half. Bartle, their captain. Mahmood offers herself. Touch from Barker. For once, Billingham fails to control the ball, but she fights back. She puts that right, and she makes it difficult for Harvey. Excellent play again. Kernock feeds Barry. Barry tries to win the clever corner. She still has possession, watched by Bartle. 2 games on the horizon, by the way. Denmark under-21 play Wales under-21, and that's on BBC iPlayer, on YouTube, and on your smart television. So that's at 6:45. Followed, of course, by the huge game that we all wanted to see. Wales against Northern Ireland. Tickets sparse and rare. But then there might be another interpretation. But it's still a Wales international. It'll be live here on S4C. And you're going, Mia?
I am, yeah. So excited.
Well done, you. It's still the national team. They still deserve the support. And any player who is selected, it'll be interesting to see who they are, will deserve support as fully capped Welsh international players. But oh, couldn't it have been so different? Bowen. Mahmood comes back deeper, perhaps a sign of her frustration. She has been left isolated, as Mia indicated, and look where she is now in her own half, and that's a sign of frustration. That's a wild kick by STōK Cae, and at the moment Wrexham are rattled.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration at the moment as we get closer to that first half hour of this game. And Cardiff will be so pleased with how it's gone so far, because Wrexham just haven't been able to really create anything. Chamberlain, it's a really easy day out so far, not to the pleasure of Jenny Sugarman.
Billingham. Shannon Evans, she's going to have another opportunity, and that's a foul on Katie Barker. Firm challenge, to put it mildly.
Yeah, there was some hit on that one. Again, I said it earlier about when Katie Barker's got on the ball. She has had a few big knocks this season because people know she's dangerous.
Yeah. That's well won by Walklett. Equally well won for Wrexham by Smith. But Wrexham simply can't string, well, suddenly 3 or 4 passes together. At times they struggle to put 2 or 3 together, and that's because Cardiff are feisty, particularly in midfield.
Yeah, again, though, on the free kick, you're just thinking Wrexham could set up, just get themselves further up that pitch. Just don't even get that first pass right.
Look at Billingham, so strong. Feeds Fionn Price. Good ball in, important header out by the Wrexham captain. Back in, keeper needs to come and does.
Well, you'd just love to play alongside a player like Billingham, wouldn't you? She just works so hard. She knows even if she loses that ball, she can go again and try and win it back. Just as Craven goes down, I'm not sure. Never want to doubt a player if they are injured, but it might be just a good opportunity for Jenny Sugarman and her staff to get some messages across. Yep,
Jenny Sugarman. That's the tussle with Billingham. And STōK Cae with her, and Billingham frustrated. Let's leave it at that. But it's interesting, as Liz Craven, I rather suspect, does what she was told to do, because Jenny Sugarman certainly feels that she needs to speak to these girls because they're not performing, are they?
No, and that's not something you can say about this Wrexham side too many times this season at all, because they have been absolutely superb. They're up there and they've got this chance to win the title today because of that. But absolutely that, whether it's the occasion, who knows? Obviously they played that extra game midweek. Cardiff are much fresher as well. but they just haven't had anything really in this first half so far. Like I said, to test Chamberlain, all that back line, in truth, just missing that bit of quality. Cardiff just been on them like a rash every time they've got that ball. Just need to try and get some passes secured in there and try and move further at that pitch.
Half an hour played. Well, perhaps not quite half an hour after that break. But in the sunshine. Referee Richard Wright ready to restart. And will we see a different Wrexham following that pep talk from Sugarman? Smith. Barker looks for Mahmood. Easy interception up towards Billingham. Wrexham throw.
Yeah, Wrexham do well initially there. Smith, nice bit of play, and then just feeds it into Barker, who you're thinking just has a lot of grass to run into. But again, just maybe chooses to play that ball forward a little bit too early.
Lily Jones loses possession. Walcott finds Kernock. Billingham inside her. Captain regains possession. Lily Jones again runs into trouble.
It's so difficult in there for any players really to get on that ball and produce something, because every time they look up, there's another shirt in front of them. They haven't got a minute to really think about it. I think Cardiff's shape's been excellent so far. Just again there on the press.
It's in that area, isn't it? In the centre of the field that Cardiff are just winning the battles, and Wrexham can get no further. Walcott. Barry on the left loses possession to Francis Jones. Excellent play. Now then, a good ball needed. Referee may stretch for his card. In the meantime, he plays advantage. That's a good ball for Mahmood. Look for Barker! Good advantage played by the referee, that has to be said. And Karen Chamberlain came and did very well, and she had to.
She absolutely had to. Just looked like, for a second, Wrexham were going to make that advantage count. It's a really nice bit of play, nice link up. Barker just going through. You think she's just going to get a toe to it before Chamberlain, but the goalkeeper does ever so well, makes herself big. All ball.
Well, that was the best in attacking sense from Wrexham, no doubt about that. And Mahmood and Barker, well, they managed for the first time this half really to create together. That's the challenge. The referee took a good look, decided to let play on. Barry. Smith. Francis Jones. Faye Knox in front of her. Francis Jones continues her run. Now opts for Knox. Evans is with her. Wrexham throw, and suddenly the crowd sense that Wrexham, for the first time really in this game, are beginning to look dangerous. Good ball in, looking for Mahmood. Heavy touch.
Well, absolutely that, Nick. There's a number of fans in here today, of course, but they haven't really had anything to get behind. But that Barker chance was one, and that'll give those players in red a whole load of confidence. That's what they've been missing in this first half. Just any real chance on goal. It was a really nice bit of play. And again, coming forward, just see a little bit more confidence in Wrexham's play.
Barry looks for the goal scorer, Cook, and it all goes back to the 30th minute when the Wrexham keeper Liz Craven went down, and Jenny Sugarman had her opportunity to give the pep talk, and in the 4 or 5 minutes since then, Wrexham have been a different side. Again, tough tackle from Lily Jones. And the referee's having to keep a careful eye on very, very strong challenges.
Well, absolutely that. Been flying in left, right and centre, haven't they? Just Lily Jones on that one this time. She'll certainly leave it all out there today, that's for sure. Certainly leaves one on Jenkins.
Yep. Leave Jenkins. Summer signing from Cardiff Met. And Sugarman will be happier. Well, he really is going to want a championship. Phil Parkins once again. Not uncommon to see him supporting the Wrexham ladies, and good to see him. Fans are pleased to see him, and I'm sure he's enjoying a deserved short break before what's going to be a very exciting end of season for him.
Well, it's a great time to be associated with this club at the moment. Just see a few more famous Wrexham faces.
Sean Harvey, Humphrey Kerr, the names we've all come to know because of a certain television programme, and they're watching themselves, aren't they, on S4C.
Make sure to say nice things then, won't we?
Niamh Jenkins has to leave the field, and she'll be very pleased to come back on after that clash with Lily Mai Jones, so there'll be some added time. First of all for that break for the Wrexham keeper treatment, and now for that maybe 4 minutes to be added at the end of the half. We'll see. Still the one goal after 6 minutes separating the two sides. Walklett. Price. Barry. Goal scorer Cook goes. Goal scorer Cook receives. Kernock waits. Goes past everybody. And Phoebe Davis can clear. And you wonder perhaps whether Billingham could have attacked that ball.
Well, again, it's really nice play from Cardiff, and they're down to 10, and they still manage to work it so well against the 11 of Wrexham. It was Walklett just trying to bust a gut to get in there. It was a really nice ball in. Craven was rooted.
Yep, the ball really did cross an empty net, didn't it? And normally, you'd want this player, Lily Billingham. Good play by Cook. Interestingly, 2 or 3 Wrexham substitutes already warming up. Bartle clears, late challenge.
Yeah, and just looking at this Wrexham side, I think they've changed a few things here, because it looks to me like Suckley's gone inside. Maybe Phoebe Davis has just come out to this left wing back role. Maybe with Josie Smith tucking in a bit more. Maybe Suckley certainly playing further up, more inside, just looking at that foul again.
Yep, Kernock up. Smith away. Harvey. And again, Mahmood looks back in frustration, and Ian Derbyshire, the Cardiff manager, wants his team to take advantage of that loose ball. Waste a few seconds, keep possession. And for once, Kevin Chamberlain goes long. Billingham.
Yeah, well, I think Wrexham have just become a back four. Just tried to get another body further forward, really. Cause more problems, because at the moment Cardiff are winning that battle in the middle of the park again. Mostly thanks to those two, Walklett and Billingham.
Barry moves towards the penalty spot. Billingham gets it horribly wrong. And not many bad things done by that player, Lily Billingham, in fairness to her, but that was awful. And it's a Wrexham goal kick taken by Craven, 5 minutes to half time. Barry Cook and Kernock in the box. Kernock, oh, she does well to create space. She wants help, really. She's not sure who to pull it back to. Billingham goes for it. Also there is Knox. Good play by Knox. Important that she won that fairly, and she brings it away. Good play by Knox. Can she get the ball away? That's surely a yellow card for the trip by Barry. And it is. Excellent, excellent play by the Wrexham player, Faye Knox.
Yeah, it's really well played from Faye Knox. That's what they haven't been able to do at all. She's so good at carrying that ball and moving the opposition, just causing problems. It's just so natural for her to do that. It was a great chance the other end, wasn't it, for Cardiff. Kernock just couldn't get the shot away, couldn't get the turn in. Good defending from Wrexham to just stand tall.
Again, Wrexham far more positive. Urge to shoot. Well, it was nearly there, but Mahmood is that kind of player. She can do it all by herself.
She just sees the space and she just keeps coming inside, and there's no real opportunity to get the pass off at all. So she takes the shot, which we know she's got in her locker. She just gets under it a little bit.
Into the last 5 minutes of the 45. Sarah Harvey. Good ball, accurate ball. Barker had made the run. Suckley's in the middle. Barker, she's going to have a second chance. Barker, she can go alone. Good block. And again, Barker doesn't get hold of it. And the ball is cleared by the Cardiff captain, Power. And there's no doubt about it, in the last 15 minutes, Wrexham have been a far, far better side. That's overrun by Faye Knox.
Yeah, well, they've changed that shape and they've upped the tempo, Wrexham. It's a really nice ball over from Sarah Harvey from that back line. And then Katie Barker cutting in, always in trouble, but Cardiff bodies getting in front of that ball. Anything to stop it.
Knox, who's been very influential in the Wrexham recovery. Frances Jones, well, she scored a wonderful goal in the trophy final on her Wrexham debut, and she had ideas of similar grand things then.
She just looks up. I think she just notices maybe it's an opportunity to test Chamberlain. If she just took a bit off it, she had some really good runners just going ahead of that back line. Lily Jones being one of them, leading that way.
Phoebe Davis, strong. Back from Smith to Davis. Mahmood wants it. Mahmood. Frances Jones. Good play by Suckley. And if you had to use one word to describe this first half, I think feisty would be up there amongst the obvious choices.
And it has been that right from the off as well, starting early with those huddles, wasn't it, early on? Cardiff coming onto Wrexham's side, early bit of mind games.
Smith. Lily Jones loses possession. Barry. As things stand, Cardiff top of the league. Wrexham, who came here top, in second place, of course, and it goes to the last game, which is next week. But Knox on the run, plenty of time for things to change. Knox, oh, couldn't get the ball through to Barker, that was close. And now the ball with Warcliffe. Kernock outside her, Billingham in front of them. Kernock sees Billingham going one way, Warcliffe the other, hesitates. 3 minutes to be added, 3 minutes to be added. Faye Knox looks for Mahmood, too much on that. It should be cleared by Chamberlain. Faye Knox now then, also in the middle is Suckley. Knox, can she make the keeper pay for that dreadful error? Is she overrunning it? She is, and Cardiff breathe heavily. What drama at the end of this first half.
Well, what a chance for Wrexham to try and get back into this game just ahead of that whistle. You're just thinking, it's a big knock over, it's a nice idea, but I was just about to say it's brilliant play from the goalkeeper, really good positioning to get to that ball. Chamberlain makes a right mess of it. It just allows...
She's made another mess of it. And Barker is going to take advantage. And Wrexham have equalised a minute into added on time. What a dramatic equaliser. A dreadful error. The second in a minute by Karen Chamberlain. She knows that, and she would not have wanted Katie Barker there. And at the second attempt, Barker puts it in the net. And Wrexham are level, and Phil Parkinson joins the 2,800 in utter total celebration.
Well, it's a nightmare few minutes for Chamberlain. He's just thinking, as a Cardiff, with your Cardiff hat on, get into half-time. Couple of half chances for Wrexham, but they try that short goal kick again, and it's brilliant intensity from Katie Barker. She knows Chamberlain doesn't want it just after a mistake. Can you pounce on that little bit of lack of confidence? And boy, does she pounce.
It still goes to the last game of the season if it stays like this. But Wrexham back on top, and they're on the charge. And can they get one more goal before the interval? It's a completely different Wrexham now. It's a completely different atmosphere. And there's a yellow card. A yellow card for Shannon Evans. That's why.
Just how a game can change, can flip on its head with one moment. And Chamberlain, well, she'll be thinking about that one for a long time. It's so poor, but like I say, it's brilliant on the press from Katie Barker. She knows the goalkeeper doesn't want it there. She knows just after that really poor error that she got away with, put her under pressure. Can you get something? And she's not going to miss from there, is she?
You've got to feel for her. Karen Chamberlain, we'd been saying that she'd had quite an easy afternoon, really. But she's got to pull herself together. There's a very, very big second half in front of her and in front of both of these teams. Oh, does she have to see it again?
We know she's a top goalkeeper, made some really big saves across this season, but that is a really poor moment, and those Cardiff players will be so frustrated because they have really impressed in this first half, albeit against the Wrexham side that hasn't really got going, but that's a bit of a lifeline. That's a real opportunity now for Wrexham. Perfect time to get it as well.
Would it be fair to say, Mia, that the Cardiff of the first half hour deserve to be ahead, and the Wrexham of the last 15 minutes deserve to be level?
Yeah, well, I think it probably overall it has been fairly even. Neither side creating a load of chances, particularly not clear-cut. I think Wrexham would have been really, really disappointed to be going in 1-0 down. So that's a real big moment. That changes some of those messages that would have been said at half-time for Jenny Sugarman.
Barker again, and not for the first time. Megan Bowen, toe poke, concedes a corner. Surely the last incident of the first half. Well past the added time originally allocated. And Maria Francis-Jones once again to take the corner. And you just get the feeling that Wrexham could do with a ball being put into the mixer. Plenty of it ready to attack it. No, once again she goes short, looks for Barker. Barker. Oh, Maria Francis-Jones does well to win. That goes herself. It's the back of the defender. Knox. What an end she's had to this first half. She really has been influential.
Yeah, and that's been one of the biggest differences really in these last few minutes. Wrexham have been able to get the ball into her, and she's had a bit more space and time to get away from those Cardiff City players.
And for once it may be that the ball will go in where it hurts. That was the aim. Another poor corner, and that's the final incident in an incident-packed first half, most of which came, it has to be said, in the last 15 minutes. Early goal from Michaela Cook, a wonderful, accurate free kick, put the visitors ahead, but then in dramatic fashion Katie Barker brings Wrexham equal. At the moment it goes to the final week. At half-time, Wrexham 1, Cardiff City 1.
Diolch yn fawr iawn I Ffion ac Owain. Digon o drafod a dadansoddi I ddod yn y man, ond yn gyntaf, wel, I ni'n agosau at rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru y Dynion, pan fydd y Flint yn herio Caernarfon. A mae Nicky John wedi bod I sgwrsio gyda rheolwr y Flint a chyn chwaraewr Wrexham, wrth gwrs, Lee Fowler, cyn y gêm fawr.
Well, Lee, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. The Welsh Cup final is on the horizon now. How are you feeling about that?
First time in 72 years, so I'm so happy for everybody at the club. Hopefully now we can go on to win it as well.
1954, the last time that this club was in the final. So how are you dealing with that? Because it really is a big deal.
Yeah, I think it is. I think, you know, sometimes as a club like Flint, how you judge success can be in ranges of different things. Obviously, at TNS winning the leagues and Connors Keys with last year with Europe and obviously the Welsh Cup. So the lads have got a chance to make their own history, create their own history. They've done really well. Carnarvon are a really good team. The firepower's very, very good. But we've had some really good games against them.
But I think that if you look in particular since the split, things really seem to have clicked for Flint as well.
Yeah, selling Isaac leaves perfect. Changed the way we played. He's been brilliant, Isaac, but ultimately we had to change the way we played as well. We're losing Isaac building out from the back.
Isaac Lee! A mae'r Flint yn gyfartal.
Give us a little bit more structure behind the ball, and it seems to be perfect for us at the moment how we're playing. We're unbeaten, it's leading into it, and yeah, long may it continue.
I think one of the things that I always really enjoy about your interviews, Lee, are how honest you are in a really refreshing way. Where does that come from?
I'd like to see myself as a sort of like a fan or supporter in terms of some of the interviews that you see after games from these managers, that they're very much FAW sort of fed.
You said that, not me.
No, and it's no problem with that if that's how they want to be. I'd like to see a game of football as if we were watching it in a pub, or if the fan was paying customers to watch it. And I think just think a spade's a spade. And you know, if you've lost and the team's been better than you, I think you give them the due credit. And obviously, if you've had a good result or a good performance, I think it's equally the same to make sure that you're able to praise your team as well. I think it's come from my past as a person, as a player.
You started out in Coventry with Gordon Strachan as your manager. You know, they don't come much more wow and impressive than that, do they?
Yeah, I started off young, had to move away from a very early age. You know, that's one of the reasons why I manage the way I do now, because back then, I think that was 1998, managers didn't really have any emotional towards people. So it was important that along my journey that I understood the management part of the game. And it's people first and the players will follow second, and that's the really good balance that me and Evo's got. Evo's a really top coach. Some of the things he does is amazing, and I look at him sometimes in awe really of a coaching aspect, but then to the flip side of it, you also need what I bring to the table, which is very much man management.
If we can just go back to your own experience as a player as well, you know, we mentioned some incredible managers you worked under. You had Nigel Clough, you had Terry Yorath, we've already mentioned, you had Gordon Strachan. Who are some of the most impressive names that you might have played alongside and against that might wow some of our viewers?
First and foremost, you go straight to that Coventry days back in the Premier League, you know, working with the likes of Gary McAllister, Robbie Keane, John Hartson, Bellamy, many more internationals, the Hajis and the Chippos. It was a great learning curve for me to be up against them in training. Going into the Welsh squads as well, you've got Ryan Giggs and Gary Speed, God bless him. But they're the people that, you know, you expect to say his names. But some of the best players I've played with really are the ones down in lower levels. Similar to me, probably. Just never really got to the levels where they should have got to. I've made so many mistakes, and that career could have been a lot better than it was. Without being big-headed, I was a really good football player. Technically really good football player, but I didn't have the other stuff that certain people did who went and maintained and had really good careers in the Premier League. I didn't particularly work that hard as a football player. I just had the natural ability to go and do it. So yeah, there's regrets in terms of that, but then to the flip side of it, it's made me the person I am today. Ultimately, I'm striving to be better as a manager, and I won't allow my players to make the same mistake I did. There's a lot of talented young players in there, and sometimes they can get stuck in the system. We've got to prepare these lads for not just our league, but for the next progression as well, especially where we are as Flint. We know where we sit in the food chain within the Welsh Premier League, and we just try and work as hard as we possibly can with as much fun as we possibly can.
On a personal note, if you could go back and speak to the younger Lee, what would you say to him?
It's that contradiction in terms of I wouldn't be who I am today without being what I was then. Just to understand when to say no, when to work harder, when to rest. Probably should have had a family a lot earlier as well. I know I was married, I was divorced by 19, so that didn't work out too well. But sometimes I think you have to go through some difficulties to realise who you are, and then maintaining that. Obviously now where I am now is I am who I am, and you know, if you're in the circle, you're in, and if you're out, you're never going to get into my circle anyway. So that's the way I live my life.
Am I in the circle, Lee?
You can be in the circle now, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, listen, it's been such a pleasure to come here and speak to you today, and thank you for speaking so honestly as well. And
thank you.
In terms of that big final that's coming up, the first one in 72 years, enjoy every moment. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me.
Ie, pob lwc I Lee Fowler a'r Flint ac I Gaernarfon wrth gwrs yn rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru fydd yn cael ei chwarae yn Rodney Parade mewn ychydig o wythnosau. Reit e, o fai nôl as yr hanner cynta fan hyn, wel dwi ddim wedi bod yn un diflas o bell ffordd. Newn ni ddechrau gyda'r gôl gynta yna Caerdydd yn dechrau mor gryf ac am gôl oedd hon gan Michaela Cook.
Ie, bron oedd y munud y cynta, pawb yn setlo fewn, a wedyn y drosedd yma yn arwain at cic rydd mewn safle berffaith. Ti'n gwybod, mor gynnar mewn gêm, a wedyn mae'r gêm y gath ar lygodan y slici di. Fel gôl geidwad, ti'n gorau gwarchod dy ochr di. Mae mor syml â hynna. A ti'n gorau trystio y wal I warchod yr ochr arall. A wedyn fel mae'r gôl geidwad, jyst yn aros yn llonydd, ond cymryd un cam bach i'r dde, wel mae'r bwlch yna, ond hyd yn oed sa'i di aros yna. Dwi'n siŵr sa'i di arbed honna. A mergyd, y ffordd berffaith I Gaerdydd ddechrau.
Ie, mae wedi bod yn ddiddorol, achos nes ti sôn yn dysylwe beth ti, oedd e fel sy'r achlysur, falle jyst yn ormod I Wrexham, ond fe wnaethon nhw yn bendant tyfu mewn i'r gêm, a maen nhw wedi cael y cyfleon, fe geithon nhw'r gôl, ond newn ni weld cwpl o'r cyfleon yn gyntaf. Beth sy'n credu nath newid o ran fel oedd tîm Jenny Sugarman yn neud?
Wel, dwi'n meddwl be nath newid oedd y gôl geidwad yn mynd I lawr, heb anaf, dwi'n meddwl, a wedyn gathon nhw sgwrs, a nathon nhw newid peth yn dactegol, achos o Gaerdydd yn edrych yn gryfach yn amddiffynol ni, mi oedden nhw'n edrych yn gry, yn gadarn, do'n am bylcha. A wedyn efo'r newid, mae mwd wedyn yn symud I chwarae'r asgell dde, yn dod I fewn i'r cae, ac oedd y chwaraewyr, y ser, y rei sy'n gallu gwneud I bethau ddigwydd, yn sydyn iawn oedden nhw'n gweld y bêl mewn safleoedd bygythiol. A dyna oedd y newid. A unwaith mae Knox, Barker, mae Mood yn gallu cario'r bêl a mynd at amddiffynwyr fan i'r cwrt Cosby, ti'n gwybod ti'n mewn chydig bach o drwbl. Ac ti'n gwybod, be ddigwyddodd reit ar y diwedd. I fi, Chamberlain sy'n cael y bai fel y gôl geidwad, okay? I bai hi ydy'r bas ola. Ond mae hyn lawr i'r amddiffynwyr I gyd, i'r tîm hyfforddi hefyd, sydd yn amlwg yn rhoi dy neges, chwarae allan. Ti ddim yn chwarae allan pan mae'n funud ar ôl ar y cloc cyn hanner amser pan ti'n chwarae oddi cartron Wrexham mewn gêm all benderfynu pwy sy'n ennill y gyngrair. Mae rai chdi fynd yn hirach. Mae rai chdi reoli y gêm a cymryd y cyfrifoldeb yna, a dyna dwi'n meddwl pam nid just Chamberlain sydd ar fai.
Ie, mae'r chwaraewyr Caerdydd siŵr fod yn mynd i dimlo mor rwystredig bod nhw wedi ildio'r gôl yna. Yn y modd neth, nhw byddai'n ddiddorol i weld siw maen nhw'n ymateb yn yr ail hanner. Wel, i ni yma yn Wrexham heddi, ond yn gynharach yn yr wythnos nos Iau yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd. Oedd hi'n dor calon i Gaerdydd ar ôl i dîm Craig Bellamy golli ar giciau o'r smotyn i Bosnia a Herzegovina. Fi a Owain, sori, yn mynd i fod yn trafod y gêm.
Oina, fatha teinced hwnna.
Yn mynd i fod yn trafod y gêm yn y man, ond yn gyntaf, dyma beth oedd gan Craig Bellamy a'r chwaraewyr i ddweud ar ôl y gêm.
If you can even begin to sum up the emotions after that.
No, it's hard. Actually, my heart hurts. And for the players, I feel so grateful to have them. I feel so grateful. This was my first step in management, and I have this type of group of players. Definitely really disappointed for them. I felt on the night we definitely deserved to go through, but we did have a spell second half late on where we weren't us for a period, and now I can understand it as well. Due to the stages of the game, they were throwing more men up front, but we didn't keep the ball, and we have to keep the ball. Now we were able to gain that back extra time, and then you look at the chances. Then again, we go and create. But it's in these games, beyond proud of the team and the way they played, definitely. But it was like, if you want to see these games out, you see it with the ball, not without it.
Disappointing, obviously. We didn't achieve our target, our goal to make sure that we get there in the summer. We knew it was going to be a tough game, but it doesn't maybe mean anything results-wise, but I thought we played well. I thought we created the chances. Naturally, when the opposition put a lot more numbers forward, you tend to maybe sit back a little bit, and maybe that's something we can reflect on going forward, so which make us a better team, to make sure that we keep pressing high, even when tired or even when opposition apply a lot of pressure. But yeah, they're struggling to find some words at the minute, just because it's very disappointing.
Yeah, it's devastating. I think we played our hearts out. We gave it our all. We played the way that we've played throughout the whole qualifying campaign, and that's got us to this point. And I think we can be proud of what we've delivered out there tonight. Penalties is penalties, and unfortunately, we've lost the game.
So we just have to feel the disappointment now, and I'll let it hurt me. And I'm sure, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, just by seeing the players, then it's going to hurt them. But tomorrow, the sun rises, and we have to rise with it, because this group and what's in front of them for the next couple of years is a real good time to be a Welsh footballer. So I'm disappointed for them that we weren't able to go back-to-back World Cups, but we have to move on now.
A dyma ni, y gêm, wel, sneb rili mae'n chwarae, ond dyna ni, Cymru yn erbyn Gogledd Iwerddon y cyfan yn fyw nos Fawrth am 20 munud wedi 7 ar S4C wrth i Gymru gobeithio ymateb ar ôl y siom o golli yn erbyn Bosnia. Owain, anodd credu 2 flynedd yn union ar ôl i'r un peth ddigwydd yn erbyn Gwlad Pwyl, yr un hen stori i Gymru yn colli ar giciau o'r smotyn, a i ni ffili cuddio just pa mor siomedig a thor calonus oedd nos Iau.
Dyna sydd yn ei gyd yn teimlo mae'n mynd i gymryd spelan go hir i ddod drost hyn, mae'n mor syml â hynna. Mae gwylio cwp yn y byd yn mynd i fod yn anodd, achos da ni yn teimlo bod y datblygiad da ni wedi gael o dan Craig Bellamy wedi golygu da ni yn mynd i fod yna. Ddim i fod, ac tor calon i ni gyd.
O ran Bellamy, lot o sôn nawr yn gofyn, beth sy'n nesaf iddo fe? Beth i ti'n credu? I ti'n gwelen aros gyda Cymru, achos wrth gwrs mae'r Euros fydd yn digwydd yma ym Mhrydain i ddod yn 2028. Beth i ti'n credu, wneud Craig Bellamy nawr?
Wel, dwi'n meddwl, y marn ni reit ar y dechrau oedd bod gennym ni Craig Bellamy am un ymgyrch A dwi dal yn teimlo hynna. Mae o'n un da. Da ni wedi cael gafal ar reolwr sydd i fod yn yr uwch gyngred yn y marn ni. Felly, dibynnu beth i'n uchelgais o, lle mae o eisiau mynd nesa, ydy o'n hapus yn byw adra, a hapus efo pêl-droed rhyngwladol, iawn, neu lle wneud aros. Dwi jyst yn meddwl sef o'n gallu mynd i Celtic a gwneud job dda. Sef o'n gallu mynd i West Ham, gwneud job dda. Spurs yn chwilio am reolwr. Sa Craig Bellamy yn mynd i Spurs a gwella nhw yn syth bin. Felly dwi'n meddwl bod o'n reolwr ddylio fod yn yr uwch gyngred, jyst gobeithio bod ni'n gallu i gloio mewn cwpwrdd a gadw fo am cwpl o flynyddoedd, ond dwi'n yn siŵr.
Ie, gewn ni weld bydde'n ddiddorol iawn i weld beth sy'n digwydd dros y misoedd nesaf. Wel, i ni bron yn barod i fynd ar gyfer yr ail hanner fan hyn yn Wrexham. Sgwni beth fydd cynllun Ian Derbyshire yn erbyn Wrexham. Yn y 45 munud nesaf yma, wel, i ni'n barod am yr ail hanner, felly nôl a ni nawr at ein tîm sylwebu.
Thank you, Sianed. Thank you, Owain Tudur-Jones. And if you couldn't understand him, he was expressing his views as to where Craig Bellamy could do a good job should he choose to leave the Welsh job. And he mentioned Spurs, and of course, we're on in an afternoon when Spurs have sacked yet another manager. Although the official line there is, I think they've parted by mutual consent. Back to this encounter. Wrexham need one more goal and they're champions, provided of course they don't concede another goal as well. All to fight for. But as things stand, Cardiff are doing what Cardiff need to do, but perhaps bearing in mind the games to come, Cardiff really need a win here.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this second half. Because they started so well, and that second obviously helped by what was a brilliant free kick from Cook. But Wrexham really grew into that half. They became so much better after that change of shape. Just really started playing a bit more chances on goal. Maybe a little bit fortunate with the goal itself, but it does come from that intent of pressure from Katie Barker.
Lily Jones, Smith, and Wrexham certainly want to start the second half better than they started the first half. Barker, goal scorer, looks for Mahmood. Smith, composed, not quite the ball she was looking for. And Karen Chamberlain, the talking point of the half-time, no doubt about that. It must be difficult. You play the game yourself, it must be difficult to put that behind you, but she has to, doesn't she?
Yeah, and I think the mentality's got to be, make a big save, make up for it, prove yourself in other ways. Don't be the talking point because of the mistake, be the talking point because you've, really saved another goal-scoring opportunity. That's got to be her sort of mentality going forward now into this, which we all know she's got the ability to do that.
Yeah, she's a strong personality. Sarah Harvey. Phoebe Davis, a little bit too much on it, but Faye Knox won't give up on it. She really did come into the game more and more towards the end of that first half. She made a real difference. And again, good play, excellent play. Keeps going, can she pull the ball back to Barker? Barker goes in! And Wrexham take the lead. Wonderful scenes of celebration here at the Cae Ras. And Wrexham have turned this game upside down. And Barker scores her second goal, wonderfully created by Knox. It's Wrexham 2, Cardiff City 1. As things stand, Wrexham are champions, but there's a long way to go.
Well, that could be a goal that will be etched in the history of this club forevermore. We'll have to wait and see. But Wrexham, they finished that first half ever so strongly. Well, they've started this second one perfectly as well. It's brilliant from Faye Knox. Initially putting the press on, not allowing Cardiff to build up with that ball over. And then she just, like we said earlier, that ball carrying ability that she's got, the quick footwork, beats players with ease. Just so natural for her to do that. And then it's a really nice pick out, head goes up. She spots Katie Barker in that usual position. And yet again, she's not going to miss from there, is she?
And what does that goal mean? Well, it means one thing. Wrexham are back on top. And they would be champions if things don't change from this moment onwards. But we've not played 5 minutes of this second half yet. But a completely different start to the half compared with the first half. Kernock, good ball. Looks for Cook. Cook keeps it in. No, she doesn't. Referee listens to the assistant. Gives it Wrexham's way. Mahmood. Barker. Hannah Power. Strong play again. Lily Mai Jones needs a good ball. Any ball to Faye Knox at the moment is a good ball. Billingham closes her down. They're just a completely different side.
But that's exactly what happens when you just start making some passes, get that foot on the ball, have a decent opportunity. It's crazy how it just flips that switch inside of you to suddenly believe that you are the better team and you are top of the league for a reason.
And of course, when you need to hang on to a lead, to have nearly 2,800 of your supporters here behind you, well, it surely helps. That's why they moved the game here. Bowen. Billingham. And Cardiff need a response. As things stand, it's all over for them. Jenkins. And you have to say, in the last 15 minutes of the first half, and so far in the second half, Cardiff have lost their way. They're not the threat they were. They're not the feisty competitors they were. Craven and Sarah Harvey understand each other. Out towards Maria Francis-Jones. Barker on a hat-trick, of course. Interception, Shannon Evans. Wrexham captain Bartle looks for Mahmood. Nice. Mahmood closed down by Niamh Jenkins. Power.
Yeah, and it's those sort of balls, just that one from Bartle there, that have suddenly clicked, are suddenly landing to the feet of a Wrexham player.
Knox again, puts Fionn Price under pressure. Price does enough. Perilous ball. And foul there, a trip on Shannon Evans. But Cardiff are living dangerously at times.
Yeah, and it has sort of been similar to that first half, but just on the other way round, really. Cardiff being a little bit sloppy, a few loose balls, just lost all that confidence that they had from that first half after that Katie Barker brace.
Nice first touch from Kernock. Ball falls to Barry as it's cleared. Barry, she hasn't been as obvious as she normally is for Cardiff City. Hasn't been as prominent. And that Cook goal Seems a long time ago now, 6 minutes into the game. Wonderful free kick. And of course, there are going to be changes. Mackenzie Olden amongst those, warming up for the visitors. And at the moment, very little going right for Cardiff City.
Yeah, the more Wrexham have attacked and pushed forward, it's just meant those Cardiff players have had to drop. That means the likes of Billingham, Walker, Barry, they're just so much deeper. It's left Kernock so isolated, similar to what we were saying about Barker in that first half. Just makes it so difficult for that forward to really create anything and start any attacks.
Francis Jones puts the ball in. Who's first? It's Knox, of course it's Knox. Francis Jones again. Smith. Mahmood. Barker again, hovering by the 6-yard line. Mahmood pulls it back, not quite accurate enough. Cardiff clear. But with Mahmood on one side, Faye Knox on the other, and Barker in between them. Wrexham are looking dangerous.
Yeah, and it's good positioning by Jenkins, I think it is in the end. But Mahmood again, just beating Cook with so much ease. Just getting that ball across her. Puts Cook in such a difficult position. If she's going to put a leg in, always risk giving away a penalty.
Evans. Well, in the last game that really counted, the trophy, Wrexham were the winners. This is the one that now really counts, and if Wrexham win, once again they'll take all. Mahmood penalised.
Yeah, I think Michaela Cook's really clever there, because she recognises she's not going to get on the end of that touch. Sees no blue shirt in front of her. Could she claim it might have been a pass? I don't think it was. She just feels the arm of Mahmood, goes down.
Hannah Power, captain, beaten by Smith. Power finds Cook. Cook to Kernock, one of Cardiff's better players this afternoon. Back towards Niamh Jenkins. Barry back to Jenkins. Bowen. Phoebe Davis doesn't really get the way. Now Wrexham having this chance if they can move the ball accurately. Good defending, strong defending. Power looks for Michaela Cook, but well in there by Wrexham. And of course, Cardiff are going to have to take risks before long. Barker, scorer of the 2 goals. Francis Jones has a delivery in her. Ball falls to Barker. Oh, it bounced unkindly for her. Barker sets it up. Closed down. Lily Mai Jones had the idea, had the shot, but solid defending, and Wrexham, buoyed by the support, are slowly taking control of this game.
Yeah, and a couple of chances in there. When you just saw it drop in, you thought Barker maybe was going to let loose. Then I certainly thought Jones was going to hit that first time. Takes that extra touch. Just removes the chance.
It was important that Hannah Power won that ball. Barry helped her out. The Wrexham win it again. Lily Mai Jones. Strong. Now then, Barker is in the box. Knox is there as well. There's a deflection. Barker doesn't fall kindly for her. She battles for it. And Cardiff clear as far as Kernock. And Cardiff City, you get the feeling, are hanging on at the moment. Billingham. Good play by Billingham. She's past Phoebe Davis. Inside her is Kernock. Barry joins. Barry accepts. That's a foul on Barry by Mahmood.
That'll be a card for Mahmood.
Yeah, and that's what Cardiff needed. A bit of quality from Billingham to just get them out, get them up further this pitch, because they were really struggling just in their own half there for a few minutes. Just some real bit of pressure from Wrexham, just trying to put this game to bed. You can just see they've still got that threat on that counter-attack.
Well, once again, Michaela Cook to take this free kick. Last time she did this, 6 minutes of this game had been played and she scored a beauty. This really would be exceptional from this distance. She goes, and rather too easy for Liz Craven.
Well, after the one she scored in that first half, maybe you do fancy her a little bit more, but certainly from a bigger distance. So it has to be something special to beat Craven from there.
Knox beaten by Billingham. Important deception by Harvey, but Kernock keeps the attack going.
It's really good defending from Harvey. Just thinking that ball, I'm not sure whether Kernock was onside initially. Harvey does well just to get her body in, reads where it's going to go, feels the pull of the shirt, gets the foul.
Half an hour between Wrexham and the Championship for the first time in their history. Lily Jones. That's a challenging ball for Mahmood. She won't give it up. Good play by Michaela Cook. Just to confirm. 5 points gap, 1 game left. Frances Jones prepares to take the throw. Barker. Frances Jones again. It may be that we're about to see the first changes. Certainly plenty of movement on the Cardiff bench.
Well, they certainly have to go for it, don't they, Cardiff? So you expect these changes to be full of those messages.
Monday night, highlights 9:35 on S4C, all the weekend's football, and again Tuesday at 6:30. And we have goal of the month, and I rather suspect that Michaela Cook's free kick will be amongst the contenders. And Cardiff have Lisa Owen and Mackenzie Hope Holden preparing to come on, and now the changes will be made. And the first to leave, I think, will be Niamh Jenkins, and she'll be replaced by Lisa Owen. Yep, Lisa Owen replaces Niamh Jenkins. And the second substitution is going to be Mackenzie Hope Holden, and she'll replace Laura Kernock. And Holden, of course, 10 goals this season, and brought on now for an obvious reason with less than half an hour to play.
Yep, and that's the sort of player you want to come on in this scenario. Cardiff need goals, Holden scores them.
Yep, shirt pull, obvious, and Fionn Price prepares to put this in. Hannah Power has moved up. Also up is Megan Bowen. It needs a good ball in. The service hasn't been the best. That's a better ball, hanging ball. There had been early movement, and the flag raised for offside, and that'll suit Rex.
Yeah, well, it's good defending from Wrexham. Jodie Bartle again, just putting everything on the line. It's a nice, dangerous ball in from Price. Just puts it in that danger area. I'm not sure what it's really given for. Maybe just a little bit of a melee in there, a few arms, a bit too high maybe.
Well, her first season, and there we are. One can chill, one can't.
Checking the league table, is he?
He's just making sure the Wrexham are not in the playoffs, but they still can be. And he's probably having a sneaky confirmation that the Wrexham women are at the moment top of the league because of this ladies' 2 goals. Barker looking for the hat-trick, can't quite feed Suckley, and the ball cleared by substitute Lisa Owen.
Katie Barker's just so dangerous in that position. Just as a defender, so hard to mark. I think Evans just does just enough to make that pass really difficult.
By the way, you notice the sun on the other side of the pitch. This side of the pitch, Mia and I are freezing. It's the mould road stand, today it's the cold road stand. Good ball in, Mahmood. Barker! Good save. Kerin Chamberlain did well. And Barker knows she could have put this to bed.
Well, she certainly does. Hands go on their head, because what a chance. But really good save, like we were saying before. Chamberlain, mistake early on. That might be a big moment in this game where she might have just made up for it if Cardiff can go the other end.
Yep, obvious disappointment, obvious disappointment. Even when you've scored 23 goals this season, you still want a 24th.
Well, she's just been superb. She'll get so many plaudits come the end of the season. First player in this league to hit that 20-goal mark in a single campaign. That's quite the achievement in your first season in Wales.
Cook feeds Billingham. Barry, Billingham. Owen. Good tackle by Phoebe Davis. Firm tackle. And out of your picture below us, Jenny Sugarman applauded that tackle, turned to her colleagues and indicated, yes, we're in this, we're fighting, we're not just scoring goals.
Yep, and they'll know a lot of time to go in this game. They can't afford to give Cardiff a sniff, especially with those quality players on the pitch now. Look at the likes of Olden put on to make that change.
Well, Feyenox, one of the players of the afternoon, no doubt about that. And the way she created that second goal for Barker just underlined her contribution. Lily Jones was having a far better second half than the first half. Knox, again, keeps control, goes herself, why not? And Chamberlain, very, very relieved to concede the corner. And that's the confidence that permeates this afternoon through Feyenox.
Well, she just knows. Everyone here knows. She's got that in her locker. Produced one magical strike on Wednesday night. Scored one similar at the CCS a few weeks ago. I'm sure Chamberlain will be very much aware of. It's good feet from the goalkeeper to just make sure she gets across and gets enough on it.
Yeah, 2 good saves from Kerin Chamberlain in the second half. And it's Knox herself who'll take this corner kick. Somebody should have been attacking that. And a chance for Cardiff on the counter-attack. Billingham's heavy touch gives Harvey a chance to retrieve possession.
Just for a second, it looked like Cardiff were showing real danger on that counter. Walker had made a really good run down the left-hand side. Billingham, just for once, hadn't checked her shoulder to see her.
Mahmood makes the run. The pass from Suckley, Mahmood keeps it alive. She does well there, really, and keeps going. There's a tug. She ignores that tug. Lily Jones, a little bit behind Lily Jones. The momentum's lost slightly. Back towards Frances Jones. Keeper has to come. Barker waits for any mistake. Hannah Power clears. Knox again. Good play by Knox. Again she looks. She fires! And that hit the bar.
Well, you just cannot give her any time and any space. Even a little bit of space, because Barry, to be fair to her, does just enough, I think, to get as much in the way as she can. Knox just gets that backlift on that ball. Almost catches out Chamberlain.
And Wrexham are pressing for that third goal that would surely seal it in towards Barker. Mahmood, so many scoring options, of course, on the pitch. Mahmood, thinking of going herself, gets the ball nowhere near where she was aiming for.
Just again, seeing this Knox opportunity. Look how well she does with it, because look how far away that ball's going from her on that touch. It's not the best, but she just wraps herself round it, gets a really decent strike on goal.
$2,918 have come to the Cae Ras Wrexham to watch this game. 2,918. That is a quite outstanding attendance. And the majority of them, it has to be said, the majority enjoying themselves as things stand. One goal will change it. One goal keeps the competition alive to next week. But Cardiff City need that goal, and they've got 20 minutes to find it.
Yeah, and Wrexham at the moment, I think just seeing that attack has been the best form of defence. Cardiff just can't quite deal with them when they do come forward, and it's just not allowing Cardiff any opportunity to go forward themselves.
Ball finds Cook. Kayla Cook. Good ball in! And that could have gone anywhere. That could have gone anywhere. But it's a corner kick. And no worse for Wrexham. And the ball came off Phoebe Davis.
It's brilliant from Michaela Cook. She knows she's got to get something for her side. She does everything right. That ball's in the perfect area. Phoebe Davis, the experienced defender, she knows equally she's got to get a touch on it. You could feel the panic in the air just as it looped over that bar.
Barry takes the corner. Francis Jones clears. Back in from Power. Substitute Lisa Owen. Looks, aims. Good touch for Watlet. The Cardiff lose possession and Mahmood brings it, and Mahmood has the pace, and Mahmood is using that pace. Price, in fairness to her, stays with her, and inside Price is Power, and she passes back towards her keeper. And again, brave from Chamberlain, bearing in mind what happened to her at the end of the first half. Walklet.
It was a really nice pass actually from Chamberlain just to spot Walklet. She evades Barker's pressure.
No, there's a triple substitution coming up. Fionn Price is leaving and Amy Long is coming on. Hannah Power is leaving as well, as is Fiona Barry. And coming on as well as Helen Evans and Amy Long. So Power, Price and Barry leave. Evans, Long and Lloyd the replacements. Big names taken off and some big names brought on.
Well, something needs to change for Cardiff. Saw a decent opportunity on the left with Michaela Cook putting that ball into the box a few minutes prior. But apart from that, they really haven't caused that Wrexham back line or Liz Craven's goal any real issue in the second half. And they know they need to do more.
in the last 15 minutes of the 90. Barker. And still, the one goal that Cardiff need eludes them. Wrexham at the moment 5 points clear with 1 game remaining. Helen Evans. Ball finds Lisa Owen. Madison Lloyd. Closed down well in by Smith, but Cardiff regain possession. Again, out towards the substitute, this time Olden. Olden loses the ball to Mahmood. Well, he's thrown and played the dice and the cards that he has, and it's between the clock and Cardiff players now. Wrexham themselves preparing to bring on substitutions. Megan Bowen. "15 minutes left. Rosie Hughes preparing to come on. Not the player you want to come on if you're a Cardiff City supporter.
Yeah, or Cardiff City player, to be fair. I think they'll equally be looking and won't be too pleased to see her coming on.
And also preparing to come on is Olivia Fuller. Battle looks for Mahmood. Nice first touch. Excellent. Lily Jones in front of her. Barker straight ahead. Barker has it. Barker has put Bowen on her backside. In for Lily Jones. She couldn't quite make it. Perhaps she should have done. And that would have been a great opportunity.
Well, again, it's Katie Barker just dropping deep, get on that ball, and she turns so well. And Lily Jones, she's just got acres of space on that right-hand side. You just want that pass to be right, just ahead of her.
Mariam Mahmood receives applause. And Lily Jones, that would have been her last touch had she been able to get to that ball. So Lily Jones and Mariam Mahmood leave. And on come Olivia Fuller and Rosie Hughes. And they're both welcome for different reasons. Lily Jones, she's had a good second half. But Rosie Hughes, well, she's loved here. She's got 19 goals in all this season, 9 in the league. And Olivia Fuller, well, she's been out with an ACL injury since February of last year. And she came back in the midweek game against Swansea. And everybody is delighted to see her back. And again, Cardiff come close to creating problems for themselves. Knox. Bartlett. Ball back towards Chamberlain. Long. Loses the ball. Tripped by Barker. Foul on Shannon Evans.
Yeah, well, great to see Liv Fuller back. She's such an important player for this side. Been a big loss for Wrexham that this season. She was brilliant on Wednesday night, just really man-marked Chloe Chivers out of the game.
Well in by Billingham. She needs to release the ball, and she does. And that's the side netting. And Michaela Cook, well, she scored, she's come close, she's also rather frustrated.
Well, that's another big chance for Cardiff. Get back into this game. Really nice play from Billingham to win that ball back. A little bit slack from Wrexham, first time we probably could say that in this second half. It's a really nice little ball into her. You're thinking maybe, should she square it? goes for the effort.
Ball breaks to Rosie Hughes. What a moment this could be for Rosie Hughes. Only just on as a substitute. Takes her time, is not selfish. Looks for Knox. Knox, her chance. Creates the space. Knox! And Knox has surely ensured that Wrexham win the league for the first time in their history. And if that goal does, then it's a goal worthy of the occasion. She deserves that goal. She has been quite superb. And Wrexham lead by 3 goals to 1.
Well, I think we've just witnessed a real piece of history here at the STōK Cae Ras. And Faye Knox, wow! That girl does not do tap-ins, let me tell you. What a strike. It's brilliant from Rosie Hughes. Classic vintage Rosie Hughes playing on the shoulder. But she's unselfish. She spots her mate. Nice little ball in. But let me tell you, that's not easy. Again, look at that little faint drop of the shoulder. And near post, nothing Chamberlain can do about that. And it's absolute bedlam on the coaches' benches. They've gone mad.
What a strike. That's what it means. Suddenly they know that barring something quite amazing, they're going to be champions. 10 minutes left still, enough time to score 2 goals, and that's what Cardiff need as a bare minimum. Helen Evans out towards Lisa Owen. Lisa Owen back towards Cook. Cardiff just have to throw everything forward now, and of course that is going to leave gaps. And Barker goes on the run, and Rosie Hughes says go after it. Barker, and Rosie Hughes in the meantime keeps on running, closed down by Shannon Evans. And yes, she knows the crowd can help celebrate what will be history.
Well, Wrexham know it's all in their hands, has been since that win on Wednesday night. And wow, what a turnaround in this game. They've shown real character, as they have done all season. And yes, there's still time, of course there is. Never write off Cardiff City. But what a performance it's been in this second half.
Barker, a hat-trick would seal it surely. Is that a foul on her? It's a penalty. It's a penalty. No doubt about it. And body language tells you everything.
Well, I said attack was the best form of defence, and I think Wrexham have just shown that in these last few minutes. It's brilliant from Barker. Cardiff, you can see, they're just trying to stop her, but they can't. She's inevitable.
What a way to seal a first ever championship. Katie Barker, a summer acquisition from Newcastle, looking for her 24th goal of the season, looking for her hat-trick! Let the picture tell the story. Nearly 3,000 supporters, young and old, the current generation and the future, are celebrating yet another chapter in the wonderful history of Wrexham Football Club. And this time, it's the Wrexham women that take centre stage. Wrexham 4, Cardiff City 1.
Well, what a moment. What a day this is turning out to be. What a season this is turning out to be. Not just for Katie Barker individually, but for this team. That is superb. That's 3 goals. She deserves that so much. What a moment that is for her.
Suckley, 7 minutes of the 90 left. Keeper comes, keeper punches. Is it going to fall to the substitute? Good save.
Well, Wrexham aren't happy with 4. They want more. And it's a really good fingertip save by Chamberlain. It's Cardiff now. I think they've realised, they've probably accepted this is some miracle needed.
And Rosie Hughes, that close to her 10th goal of the season. Wrexham really turning the screw. The scoreline tells the story, but only part of the story. It's what that means that's the real story. History being created here. Well, you've got to feel sorry for Cardiff now. They just want to hear that final whistle.
Well, they certainly do. I think both sides really just want these 5 minutes or so to go really quickly and it to be done with. One party will start.
Michaela Cook. It seems so long ago when her goal opened the scoring, and there should have been a second goal there. Well, what a ball in, and what a touch.
Well, again, it's Cook with that ball in. It's Cardiff side, say what you like, they're not giving in just yet.
Rosie Hughes, Barker on the run, Barker goes, Barker is felled by Shannon Evans, and this is going to be a red. Because look at Barker. That's the tension between these two sides. She's even celebrating a red card. But Shannon Evans' departure adds salt to the Cardiff wounds.
Well, she made the decision. She felt if she doesn't do it, it could be 5. It's probably the right decision in the end.
If it had been a yellow, she'd have been off anyway. She had a yellow card in the first half, but straight red doesn't really make a difference. And it's Ava Suckley's turn to leave the field as well, but she's leaving because Natalie Clark is coming on to replace her.
Yeah, and it's just a really frustrating end to this game for Cardiff City. Shannon Evans, thought she was brilliant in that first half. It's really unfortunate for her. I'm not sure if that actually affects if she missed the cup final now. I'm not too sure.
Knox to take the kick. Not surprisingly decides to put Garen Chamberlain under pressure, but Chamberlain, in fairness, stands up to it that time. First touch for Clark, the substitute. Phoebe Davis, Rosie Hughes, and in front of Rosie Hughes it's Faye Knox and Katie Barker. Ball in, looking for Barker, not accurate enough, goal kick.
Well, for me, that sums up Wrexham in this second half. Phoebe Davis just losing the ball, but then so quick to get back on it and play forward. And Wrexham, they just want more. They're not happy with 4, they want another one. They want to go again. So impressive.
Billingham. Well, looking at the game overall, Mia, half an hour and you wouldn't have seen this story coming, would you, after 30 minutes of the first half?
No, I think it would have been fair to say we knew there was going to be goals today. But what a game it's turned out to be in the end. Wrexham just really flipped the switch after what was such a poor start, but that sums them up. Their character, their resilience.
Olden. Yep, last touch off Olden, goal kick to Wrexham. Wrexham going to make another change. And it goes back to that half-hour mark where the Wrexham keeper, Liz Craven, went down, and the Wrexham manager, Jenny Sugarman, called all the players over. And she made changes. They changed the shape, and it changed the game.
And they deserve a hell of a lot of credit for that, because that's not easy in a big game like this. Sometimes you think you've just got to stick with the process, trust the process. But no, she made that decision. She knew it wasn't working. She knew something had to change. And boy, has it changed.
Wrexham want to make another substitution. And all eyes will be on the board. Now the change comes, and what an afternoon it's been for Katie Barker. What an acquisition.
What an acquisition. But it feels like it's just another day in the office for her. That's become pretty standard. That's what she does. And let's just have a look at them back. That first one, yes, critique the goalkeeper, but praise the pressure, because that's what she's all about. And then again, she just sniffs out. Look at the movement inside. She knows where that ball's going to be. Credit Knox, of course, but she's the one who puts it in the net. And then, never in doubt, was it? From the penalty spot. It's what she does.
4 minutes added, and Eve Sadler, another summer acquisition for Wrexham from Bolton. She comes on to play her part in an afternoon that everyone associated with Wrexham will remember.
Well, absolutely that. If you didn't get yourself down here, that's going to be a regret, because this is some day, some occasion. Of course, credit Cardiff. You know, they've really pushed Wrexham right to the end.
Good free kick. Look at the red shirt options. Good save again. The strike from Sadler, and what an introduction that would have been. That's probably her first touch since coming on.
What a first touch it was. It's a great strike. Chamberlain does well. Just straight down her throat, really, in the end. She makes really good contact.
Billingham. Billingham, well, she just hasn't given up, but the play hasn't been at the right side of the pitch so far as she's concerned. Substitute Long. Mackenzie Olden. Is there a comfort at the end of this game for Cardiff? They've not given up, that's a credit to them.
No, and what a side they are as well. Like I said, taken this title race really close. And let's not forget, 3 times on the bounce, on the brink of a historic 4th consecutive. But this Wrexham side, they said no, we want it.
Poor corner kick. Faye Knox clears the ball up towards Rosie Hughes, and the crowd urge Rosie Hughes to take on the fullback, and she does, and Rosie Hughes goes alone. She has Sadler inside her. She went alone.
Well, she was always going to shoot, wasn't she? I remember that goal against Connors Quay from a few years ago. Similar sort of scenario. She knows she wanted her name in lights. Of course she did. Brilliant run from Sadler to just get in the eye of those Cardiff defenders. Again, Chamberlain does well.
Well, the Sgorio cameras are here, of course. The Welcome to Wrexham cameras are here, of course. And between us, we're recording history. Knox. Good run by Knox again. For me, the player of the game. Referee lets play go. Fowler! And our colleague on Welsh commentators, Owain Tudur-Jones, former Welsh international, chooses Katie Barker as the man of the match, lady of the match. And when you score a hat-trick in a game as important as this, you can't argue with that, can you?
You certainly can't. She's been the difference in so many games this season, scored against every side in the league. Like I said earlier, first player to get above 20 goals in a league season. What a debut season.
And if there was a runner-up in Man of the Match, I've no doubt it would be Faye Knox. Sadler's gone too early, and it may well be that we're about to see the last kick of this encounter, an encounter that will be remembered for a very, very special reason. Up it goes. Referee allows the play to go on no longer. Wrexham, for the first time in their history, are the champions of the Adran Premier. Where the men lead, they follow and they emulate. As the men do, they do. They excite the crowd. They give the crowd memories. Sgorio were here when 9,500 supporters saw Wrexham beat Cardiff City and were promoted to the Adran Premier. Spool on to 2026, and for the first time ever, they are champions. Sum up your emotions, Mia.
Well, it's so emotional knowing some of those girls. They've worked so hard for this, and full credit as well must go to those staff, because the amount of work, the amount of hours and time that's gone into this is incredible. And let's credit Cardiff as well. Like I said, they've done so well in this title race, but this is Wrexham's moment. This is North Wales's moment in the sun today. What a side, what a team. That is history.
The celebrations speak for themselves. It looked as if it might be so different. Cardiff in control. They take it a 6-minute lead through Michaela Cook. And then suddenly, thanks to this lady's vision, the tactical awareness of Jenny Sugarman, things changed and Wrexham equalised through Barker. Wrexham went ahead through Barker. Wrexham went further ahead through Knox. And Wrexham got a fourth through Barker. And the final score, because of all of that, is Wrexham 4, Cardiff City 1, and Wrexham are champions.
Jenny, I'm not even sure where to begin after that. But Wrexham are the champions of Wales. Just how good does that sound?
Blown away, to be honest. We started this season on a whole new project. One player under contract, a whole squad to build. We've evolved, we've developed, we've worked our absolute backsides off, and I am just so happy for those people right now.
And just in terms of the game that we've just seen as well, to go a goal down so early on, against the champions, we know exactly what Cardiff City have got in their locker. But to react in the way that you did, just what does it tell us about this Wrexham team?
We've seen it before. We did it in the cup final. We had to come from behind. We know when we have to dig deep. We know we've got the quality in our team. We were absolutely delighted with our midweek performance, second half, and we've delivered again today. They believe. Every single one of them believes in what they're doing. And when you do believe in yourself and each other, that's how you can dig it deep, come from behind, score big goals, make the big moments count.
And the fact also that you've done the double as well. That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, like I said, what we wanted to do this year was be better than the team were last year, and it was a whole new way of playing, a whole new style, a whole new way of working, and to come away as the champions is I'm just a bit lost for words, to be honest.
And just finally, Jenny, looking around, I've seen members of your staff in tears, players just so emotional. This means so much, not just to everyone involved in today's game, but just everyone involved around the club.
We want it to matter. That's part of the reason I came to this club. I want it to matter. I want it to matter to the people out there. And, you know, yeah, it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant.
Jenny, look, huge congratulations. I'll let you go and celebrate with the team. Well done, llongyfarchiadau. A mae rhywun pwysig iawn dy fi fan hyn, Lily Jones. Yw e hyd yn oed yn bosib i ddisgrifio siwr i ti'n teimlo nawr? Wrexham yw pencampwyr Cymru.
O, sgan am geiriau. Just i gael gwneud o yn y Cae Ras a fel ne, so da ni wedi rhoi 4 gol heibio i Gaerdydd. Mae'n huge. Am deimlad.
Y ffaith, 2 gêm i fynd o'r tymor, y ffaith bod y pencampwyr wedi gorfod dod fan hyn i'ch tir chi a bod chi wedi llwyddo i fydd yn o byd ar gol 1 ar ôl mynd ar ei hôl hi hefyd yn yr hanner cyntaf yna.
Dwi'n meddwl gathon ni hanner cyntaf da o gwbl, ond gathon ni bach o reset hanner amser a nathon ni really dod ar gêm iddyn nhw o'r ail hanner na a pryd mae safon ni'n gallu shinio through fel yma'n mae'n special a 3 points and a trophy, happy days.
A'r ffaith bod chi wedi gwneud y dwbl hefyd, Lily, a jyst i tîm bersonol, i ni'n gwybod jyst faint i ti'n caru'r clwb yma, i ti mor browd o lle i ti'n dod a phopeth. I ni'n gallu gweld y faner ar dy gefen di fyna, jyst pa mor browd i ti o popeth i ti a'r tîm wedi cyflawni.
Dwi'n mor falch. Da ni wedi gweithio mor galed dros y tymor yma, ond tymhorau sydd wedi bod hefyd. Da ni wedi bod ar siwrna huge a mae cael tlws ar diwedd o, 2 tlws ar ei diwedd o yn deimlad braf iawn.
Eto, beth y plan hyn o, Lily?
Ac dylswn i ddim deud hynna ar teledu, ond da ni wedi cael hwyl de.
Lily, llongyfarchiadau enfawr. It's chaos here, but I've got Katie Barker and I've got the captain, Jodie Bartle, beside me now. Jodie, I've asked everyone the same question and everyone's been saying the same thing. Is it possible just to sum up how much this means to the club? Wrexham are the champions of Wales.
I don't think I've got the words in my vocabulary, to be honest, to explain how we're all feeling. I think we went and we won the trophy, the first trophy, and that moment was pride, and we wanted to bring some silverware home for the fans, for the club, for everyone involved. This is it's a season, it's a long time, and what we had to do, we had to sustain excellence, and we absolutely did that, and we went and smashed it today. 4-1, hat-trick, phenomenal. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say.
4-1 hat-trick, and as well in front of 3,000 incredible fans to do it here at the Cae Ras. Does that make it just a little bit more special as well to do it here at your home?
We've just gone and made history, and we've done it at the town stage. And honestly, I just couldn't be happier. And I'm buzzing for this one. Player of the season, league player of the season. She's broken records left, right, and centre. She's been absolutely phenomenal, as well as every single other person on there, on the pitch, off the pitch. It's been a whole. Everyone's contributed in some way, shape, or form. And I thoroughly think we deserve it, 100%.
I love how pumped up you are, Jodie. It's amazing. Katie, I'll bring you in. Huge congratulations. What a game. What a performance from you as well. A hat-trick. That's not bad, is it?
No, it's not bad at all. I'm over the moon, but more importantly, we've just won our first league title. It's incredible.
In terms of the game, obviously, a shaky first half going behind. Your goal, did that come at the perfect time for you just before half-time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think although, like you say, it was shaky, we never worry, never ever worry. We know we're going to score, we knew we were going to get back in the game, and we've made history today.
Yeah, the fact that this is the first time ever as well for Wrexham to win this title, just how special is that?
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, we set these targets at the start of the season. Obviously, we didn't know what it would hold, but we've worked so hard for this moment, and I think we thoroughly deserve it.
And of course, Jenny Sugarman, your manager, was just saying, this season it's been a journey. She came in, there's a lot of change. Jodie, of course, you joined this summer as well. It's been how would you sum up the last 9 to 12 months or so at this club?
Absolute roller coaster and complete chaos. Before I came in, Jen said be prepared for chaos, and it absolutely was. But we've rode the chaos 100%. And yeah, we've had ups, we've had moments of being on the floor with our chins on the floor, but we don't keep it on the floor for very long, and that's one thing about us. It's credit to us as a group. We're resilient, and we fight, we have pride, we have passion, and we've just gone and shown that today, like we have done all season.
And you gave what looked like an incredible speech in that huddle right at the end there, Jodie. What were you saying?
So we go by 4 C's. We say that we're courageous, we are committed, we are creative and we're controlled, and I've said that we've got 4 new C's. I've said Cardiff City collapse to the champions.
And on that note, I think we will leave it there. Jodie, huge congratulations. I will let you go and celebrate.
Thank you very much.
I mean, my word, the scenes that we've got here at the Cae Ras, they are so special. How much does this mean to you? How much does this mean to the club to be crowned champions of Wales?
I've got no words. I've got no words at all to describe the feeling that I've just felt when that final whistle's gone. We've worked so hard day in, day out. Us, the staff, the fans that follow us everywhere, they deserve it too. Got no words. Can't believe it.
You got a goal today, Fane. You've been on fire. I think it's 13 goals by now since January. How much did it mean to you to score in this game to seal the title?
Yeah, it's massive. Obviously, as an attacking player, I want to score in every game. But to me today, it didn't matter who scored. As long as we won, it didn't matter.
Well, I'm going to bring this little legend in. Rosie, you have been on such a journey with this club from the 2nd division, promoted to the Adran Genero. At what point did you start to believe, do you know what, we're going to be champions one day?
I mean, that's a hard question, especially, you know, how long I have been here now. I think what it means to me, first and foremost, is this is what it means to me.
Yeah!
Wrexham and Rosie, definitely, and seeing the progression, you know, we've wanted this for so long, and with the technical staff, with Jenny backing us, Bex backing us, and all the fantastic signings we made this season, I think early on we knew that this is what we wanted, and we just put all our blood, sweat and tears into it, and we've reaped our reward now, and I'm so proud of the team, and especially, you know, Noxie and the other new ones, they're fantastic, and I'm so grateful to have done it for so long and have finally got here, and yeah, it means a lot to me.
Well, girls, like, huge congratulations. Actually, Rosie, we can have another tattoo now that you're champion.
Definitely, you're going to have the Champions League now.
Tonight?
You just need to add to it, yeah, tonight. Apparently, on the drunken celebration, we're all going to get tattoos, so thank you. I think we should join the rest of our group now.
Go and celebrate. Girls, thank you very much. Ian, I can imagine seeing these scenes, seeing Wrexham celebrate, must leave kind of a bitter feeling in your mouth. How do you sum that up this afternoon?
I wouldn't say bitter. I think over the course of the season they've won more points than us, so they deserve to be champions. I think you know, we played really well today for that first half, and you know, if I'm honest, I don't think we recovered for the goal we conceded just before half-time. But you know, it's an individual mistake, but Karen has carried us at times this season. She's a fantastic goalkeeper, and in no way should she let her head get down from that. It's football. You're going to make mistakes, and I think as a group we can learn from this and make sure that we're better.
Yeah, in terms of that second half, where do you feel that the game got away from you?
I think psychologically, I think first half we were brilliant and we deserved the lead. We deserved to go in at half-time 1-0 up. Like I said, just a little moment, a little lapse in concentration, and I just don't think we recovered psychologically from that. But that's something you can learn from, and I think that experience will make us better going forward.
You know, we've seen you being crowned champions so many times by now, Ian. I know it's your final season with the club as well. How heartbreaking is that you won't keep the title for one more season?
I think it's not really about me. I think, you know, I've had some unbelievable moments, memories that I'll have with me for the rest of my life. You know, Cardiff City have given me everything, and I've given everything to Cardiff City, and I think would it have been nice to crown it off with a league title? Of course it would, but I think I'm just so proud to lead this team. I've been proud to lead this team for the last 6 years, and I think this team can do great things still, and still got a cup final to look forward to, so there's still a lot to play for. And we just have to, you know, congratulate Wrexham, congratulate their staff. You know, they're a really well-run club, and like I said, over the course of the season, all being said and done, I think they deserved it.
Ian, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All good?
Wel dyna ni, noson hanesyddol iawn yma ar y Cae Ras. Wrexham, fel i ni'n gallu gweld, sydd newydd cael eu coroni'n bencampwyr Cymru, y dreigiau sydd yn dathlu emosiwn pyr yma ar y Cae Ras. Llongyfarchiadau enfawr i dîm Jenny Sugarman yn wrtho fi a'r tîm i gyd yma, nos da.